Hey, good day to everybody. Welcome to another episode of Weekend Van Driller. Man, I got something rather disturbing that I need to discuss, and it relates to Hurricane Harvey that's going on down in Houston, Texas, down in the greater Houston area of Texas. Now, I was up pretty late last night trying to gain more information about Hurricane Harvey, what was going on, how many victims that were claimed, and stuff like that. I mean, I've learned from Hurricane Katrina that whenever a major disaster goes on in a city like Houston that's heavily populated with African Americans, the mainstream media tends to downplay what's really going on in those type of areas. Well, it deeply saddened me to find out that a whole entire family died in the midst of Hurricane Harvey. There is a mother holding her child. Her child drowned in her arms and died. So, it saddens me to hear that kind of stuff. I mean, it really does. These type of disasters also should remind everybody, whether you live in a van or an RV or sticks and bricks or you're a minimalist, it should go to remind all of us out here that of how blessed we are. I mean, because I feel extra blessed. I mean, I'm alive, I'm healthy. I'm living in I have a roof over my head. I mean, I feel blessed. And as far as I'm concerned, anyone who is healthy, has a roof over their head, means to feed themselves and means to feed themselves and things of that sort, you're blessed whether you want to realize it or not. You're blessed whether society tells you that you're blessed or not. So, before first and foremost, my condolences and thoughts go out to all the victims and family of the victims that have been claimed in the midst of Hurricane Harvey down in Houston. And I'll let y'all know right now, if I had the ability to just go right now down to Houston, I would. But unfortunately, I can't. I don't have the ability to go down there due to my work schedule. But if I did have the ability to go to Houston, I would. But unfortunately, I live on the other side of the country, so right now that's not feasible for me. So, with that being said, I would like to thank everybody who's been down there helping save the lives of many of these victims of Hurricane Harvey. I mean, there's people there's private citizens of Houston and probably of other places close to Houston that own boats. And they've been going down to Houston and rescuing many of these victims. Because now in many parts of Houston, the only safe way to get to those areas is by boat. So, I would like to thank every one of you for playing your part in rescuing those victims of Hurricane Harvey. And also playing your part just in being a decent human being. Because, that means a lot to me. It really does. Now, the thing which I find disturbing, however, about what's going on down in Houston is, other than the fact that mainstream media underplayed much of what was going on down there. Hurricane Harvey reminds me a little bit of Hurricane Katrina. During Hurricane Katrina, the last people to get any type of rescue or assistance were black. And the people who were left out in terms of any type of rebuilding of their neighborhoods were black neighborhoods. And when I look at when I look at other media sources outside of mainstream media, Because I do watch a lot of independent media. I watch independent media more than I watch mainstream, because mainstream media is full of BS. So when I look at independent media sources cover Hurricane Harvey, you know, it angers me, really, because as a black man, you know, I just can't stand the fact that we live in a country that truly doesn't give a flying fuck about black lives. Now, before I go any further, there are white folks that are down in Houston, and there's white folks that are from other places of the country that are down in Houston with their boats, rescuing victims of all ethnicities in all neighborhoods. So this is not no attack on white people by any means. In fact, there's a white business owner. He owns a mattress store, I believe, down in Houston. He opened up his store to everybody who needed a shelter and food due to Hurricane Harvey. Now you can see that video on the Advice Show. So just go online and go to YouTube, type up the Advice Show, and you can see that video. So anyhow, there's what's going on in Houston that disturbs me is the rescuers that have been assigned to go to Houston by the government are skipping over black neighborhoods and rescuing people in white neighborhoods. And the majority of the people that they rescue first are white folks. Now, there is a lady who lived on the white side of Houston, more predominantly white side of Houston. She looked around and all her neighbors were already rescued. This lady, a black woman, was the only one who was still left in that neighborhood in the hurricane. They told her to sit on her roof and wait for them. And wait for them to arrive. So that's what she's been doing. And as of last night, this is where she was at. Now, apparently, there's been a lot of nasty comments on Facebook concerning the video that she made of her pleading the society for help. I mean, there's been a lot of nasty comments towards her. And a lot of the people that gave her those comments, those nasty comments, were white. I mean, and also you can find that particular story on the Rebel Fox channel. So just go on YouTube, type in Rebel Fox, just like it sounds, Rebel Fox, just like it sounds. So just type in Rebel Fox, and she will have that story on her YouTube channel. So you can go to that website and watch that. And another thing is, there was also, there were like a bunch of people in Houston, I don't know if they're black, white, whatever, that try to call into the Red Cross for rescue, and evidently the Red Cross has disconnected their lines to where people are unable to contact them. Now, back when they were able to be contacted, they wouldn't do anything. They told one caller that they need to go talk to Jesus or some crazy shit. So, so basically, a lot of people donate their hard work and money to organizations like Red Cross. So since Red Cross wants to act like they don't give a shit about us, you know what? I will tell everybody and anyone who's been donating money to Red Cross to immediately do not donate no more of your money to Red Cross. Because apparently they only care about certain people. So I would tell all black folks, and I would tell all poor whites, and I would tell white folks who are genuinely against racism to not donate any money to Red Cross. because of how Red Cross is currently acting towards the victims of Hurricane Harvey. Now, the reason why I say that is because Houston happens to be a city heavily populated with black people, like New Orleans is a city heavily populated with black people. And when I look at how they acted during Hurricane Katrina in New Orleans, you know, that same behavior is being replicated to Hurricane Harvey in Houston. Because Houston also has a high population of blacks in this city. So that's why that's one of the reasons why I'm so disturbed about what's happening down there, because I know if Houston was Portland, Oregon, or Seattle, Washington, or some shit, they would have had help down there promptly. There would have been a lot more people helping. The Red Cross would have been a lot nicer. Your celebrities would have been down there helping. Everyone who's not down there helping, that should be down there helping, would have been down there helping. The situation just would have been a lot different. Now, the story about the lady who now that particular story, you can also go on Rebel Fox or China Fox, and you can find that story as well. You know, she does cover that story. So, yeah, you can find that story as well. So, do not donate no more money to Red Cross. Now, as far as people who are reputable, who mean good, that you can donate money to, now I'm going to refer you to a few people that will guide you, that I feel will guide you in the right direction. You can go to the Advice Show. I mean, the CEO of the Advice Show, his name is Phil. I mean, he's a Houston native, and he currently lives in Houston. I mean, you know, he's a YouTuber. You know, he's got the Advice Show, and I'm pretty sure you can hit him up on Facebook. Another person who's reputable is Really D of the Ghetto Boys. I mean, you know, he's got a YouTube channel called Really D, and you can also hit him up on Facebook too. That's Really D from the Ghetto Boys. And then, of course, you can go on Rebel Fox or China Fox. She's a YouTuber, and I think she's been suspended from Facebook, I believe, but you can hit up on YouTube. In fact, if you go to her channel and watch her later videos covering Hurricane Harvey, she does list companies that are reputable that you can donate some money to where the money will actually go towards helping out the victims of Harvey. Now, me, myself, I'm going to be donating some money to some of these people, too. I mean, not to Red Cross, but to some of these more reputable people that I know, or at least trust, will take the money I donate and do the right thing with it. So, you know, like I said, this is not no attack on white people. And I don't want people walking away from this video hating white folks. There's plenty of good white folks out here who are out here, feet on the ground, rescuing these victims. And, you know, I thank every one of them. And I thank everybody, period, for rescuing these people. I really do. If I was down there, I would be rescuing. But unfortunately, I can't be down there. So for those who are down there, I thank everybody. I thank all of you. So, again, this is not an attack on white people. Not at all. And no, I do not hate white people. No, I'm not no bigot or racist or any of that bullshit. I just need to, you know, I just need people out here to know the truth about how this country is ran and what the power structure that be thinks of certain people. I mean, it's just that simple. So, you know, again, thanks for watching another episode of Beacon Van Driller, and don't be surprised if I don't pop back on here with with some more videos about the hurricane in terms of what my thoughts are. So, you know, just remember, do not donate no money to Red Cross. Oh, and another thing is, Joe Austin, he's a pastor of Houston. He's a big pastor of Houston. Now, do not donate to him either, because there's footage of him closing his church to the victims of Hurricane Harvey. Now, I've heard from other sources that he was going to open up his church. But if he does open up his church, it's not from the goodness of his heart. It's because of the publicity that has been put against him for closing down his church during a time of need for the people, many of which attend his church. So if you see a donation web page from Joe Austin, do not donate to him either. Leave him the fuck alone, because he is not serving God. He's only serving himself. So I'm going to leave it at that. So don't be surprised to see my face again talking about Hurricane Harvey down in Houston. So until next time, everybody have a blessed day. Count your blessings, and I will see you on the next video. And be strong.